that is the Chief Justice, the head of judiciary, has gone for a meeting with the President in the State House. This, in our view, is an irresponsible move. If there is supposed to be a dialogue, this dialogue should be held in a neutral place. State House is the head of the executive, the seat of the executive. That's where the President will decide. If there's going to be a dialogue over issues of governance, it should be held in a neutral ground. But this means that the judiciary itself is being compromised by the executive. The judiciary is being held hostage by the executive. And we've seen this before. We saw it happen under the rule of Mr. Moi. And we have tried to caution the current Chief Justice not to go to bed with the executive. It is an unfortunate, and we hope that the rest of members of the judiciary are not going to be compromised. We want the judges to remain firm and do their work in accordance with the law and the constitution of our country.
This is about the 2027 elections that could go terribly wrong if we let the Ruto administration get away with the fires they are lighting. This is about resisting the capture and emasculation of key institutions that need their independence to stand up for the country when need be. We need to jealously preserve and protect the independence of our institutions. In 2020, we witnessed strong and independent U.S. institutions stand up to protect integrity of elections and preserve democracy despite extreme pressure by a section of the executive. That is what we need here. It is what we are launching the fight here, the fight for here today. The judiciary has been captured. The criminal justice system is collapsing. That is why cases are rapidly being dropped, criminals being celebrated and turned into prosecution witnesses. The security sector is being targeted and intimidated so that it can be captured. IEBC is being intimidated so that it can be captured fully. Parliament is half-gone through bribery and blackmail. MPs are being bought to shift sides and to ratify the agenda of the executive. If all these institutions submit orders schemes, we are in a real danger of losing everything we have fought for and won over the last 30 years. We're in a real danger of starting back to the 1980s.
Pushed by the executive to own the judiciary through illegal actions that amount to bribery. That is the reason for the rush to appoint 6 judges and to allocate money to the judiciary. That is the reason for the rush by the executive to allocate specific amount of money to the judiciary. Financial allocation to institutions and state agencies is done by Parliament based on a scrutiny of budget proposals presented by the institutions. In this case, the executive has given itself that role. It is a plain attempt to capture the judiciary through bribery. How else do you say, I'm going to give the judiciary every 3 years, I'm going to increase your budget by 3 billion shillings. How do you know how much judiciary requires this year, next year, 10 years from now?